Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about I want to talk about American politics, and specifically the new Saturday Night Live um, Shane Gillis redemption arc. So Saturday Night Live hired Shane Gillis and then fired him within 24 hours. And I think that Lorne Michaels, the leader of SNL, is realizing that firing Shane Gillis was the most powerful mistake they've made in a decade. And the reason why is they only get laughs. They only get Democrat laughs, right? And if you're going to compete in today's world, you can't cut half of America out of your audience, right? And so right now, they're really going back, and it's astonishing. SNL is going based, like abandoning woke and going based. Let me give you some more evidence of this. So the opening skit was Maya Rudolph coming in and doing an absolutely merciless teardown of Kamala Harris, mocking every single aspect of her and her life. It was truly astonishing, right? And and what really shocked me is this opening. There were way more jokes about the Democrats than there was only like a small amount of jokes about Trump, and they were all really rehashed, tired old beans stuff. Nothing new. But man, all their energy had went into just comedically eviscerating Kamala Harris. It was really astonishing. But let me give you more evidence that they're going based. So something that shocked me was they brought because there's so much happening in politics and so much for them to make fun of. They could reach out and spend a lot of money to get real movie stars to play all these different characters in American politics right now. And one of these characters in American politics right now is Tim Walz. Well, they did a great job of casting him. They brought in Jim Gaffigan. Okay, so Jim Gaffigan, he's kind of a dumpy white 50-year-old, 50-year-old comedian, right? And they brought him in, and he perfectly, he's exactly the same. He matches every single attribute of Tim Walz, and he was a perfect match. But what's shocking is almost never will you see SNL using any conservative comedians, and the reason why is they're so liberal that members of their staff will often threaten to quit. There was a member of staff that threatened to quit when they brought on Andrew Dice Clay. I think she did quit. It was maybe not right on that particular show, but like very soon after, and still talks on podcasts about it. It's pretty wild. And so they almost never use any conservative comedians, and Jim Gaffigan is the king of conservative comedians, right? He is extremely, and he's been really coming up. He recently did that project, the breakfast cereal project with Seinfeld. He's been doing extremely well. He could sell out stadiums. But the fact that they even had him in the building, Jim Gaffigan is literally the most successful, most conservative comedian on the planet. And they brought him right in to work with the SNL staff. And he worked with the SNL staff seamlessly. It was really, really, really shocking. And it is a huge cultural shift in America that we have reached a point where woke has so little traction that even SNL is starting to abandon woke. They're starting this, right? They haven't gotten all the way there, but they're starting to abandon woke comedy and embrace based comedy. And there's no better way to embrace based comedy than to use the king of Branson, Missouri, Jim Gaffigan, right? It's pretty incredible. I just wanted to call this out. Like, there's just so much evidence that SNL is going based and abandoning woke, in my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider like, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.